6 months, we've been able to 4 times the ARR of the organization. My name's David Bentham. I'm the VP of Sales at DinMo. DinMo is a SaaS organization. We're founded in Paris. We have offices in Paris and London, and we're 24 employees strong. We operate 100% internationally across North America, Europe, and APAC. I look after account executives, SDRs, RevOps. My team are using Cognism across the board. Everything starts with the RevOps function. We've actually used Cognism to map our full account list and really understand our TAM. So there's lots of challenges that we had before Cognism. We needed to build out a full sales motion. I knew that it was going to be important to get the right data partner and help us reach our lofty goals, which was to 10x the revenue of the business in 1 year. Was using data enrichment tools such as Apollo, Surf, Clay. They offer contact data through third parties or third-party data enrichment tools. These were not going to be fit for purpose. In the case of Apollo, the mobile fill rate was incredibly poor. I think we were getting about a 10% fill rate from them. One of the things that we found with Clay is that you were often having to cycle through lots of different of those weaker data providers to find the contact's email or mobile number. This was taking a lot of time. You had very little control from a budget management perspective. It was incredibly complicated. Overall, the evaluation process for me was clear. For our total addressable market and our ICP, what percentage of those can I get an email from and can I get a mobile phone number from? And Cognism came out on top on all of those things. With the added bonus, I could partner with one company that were going to provide me the results that I need. In terms of the final numbers for our evaluation, Cognism had a 50% fill rate for mobile numbers globally for the contacts within our ICP. And then for emails, we were getting an 80% accurate email number from that same ICP, which from a provider that we can trust was fantastic. We're using Cognism's data as a service solution. Essentially, the way that we use it is enriching our full CRM with all of our ICP contacts information, contact information. What this means for our salespeople is that they're not having to go through and constantly go and pull up a Chrome extension to find a new mobile or email and then push it across. We still give our salespeople access to that part of the platform for times where perhaps the data isn't in the CRM for whatever reason, and perhaps they could use Cognism's Diamond Data option to request the contact. However, primarily, our salespeople are able to see the contact, see the mobile, see the email, and just focus on what I really want them to do, which is the selling. Cognism is being used for mostly cold outreach, but also lead nurturing in general, cold calling, cold emailing, reaching out on LinkedIn. Cognism's Diamond Data has been fantastic. We've been able to call with confidence because we know that the numbers and the emails associated with those diamonds are 100% accurate. That has been a massive win for us. Our marketing team has actually used Cognism for matched audiences within LinkedIn ads. We've pulled lists of contacts that we specifically want to target, which has really increased the match rate. Using Cognism's data within LinkedIn ads has really increased the quality of our engagement and funnel metrics. For marketing lead enrichment, we're getting a match rate of 90% on all marketing leads that come in, and then from there, Cognism is able to add additional data points to at least 70% of those contacts, which really helped us improve the conversion rate from lead into opportunity, comfortably doubling our conversion rate across the funnel from lead to meeting booked. Cognism has allowed us to achieve a lot. In terms of our pipeline, 70% of it comes from outbound, and 70% of that is from cold calling. All of those numbers are coming from Cognism. Pre-Cognism, we're using Apollo. There's about 10% fill rate on mobile numbers. Today, we're achieving comfortably a 50%, and in certain regions, up to 80% fill rate, which has massively improved both the time allocation for the reps themselves, but also generally our coverage and our ability to call. Most of my SDRs are making up to 200 calls a day, which they never would have been able to with an alternative data provider. So Cognism has personally benefited me by allowing me to produce all the pipeline I need to meet some really high expectations from our investors. And going into my role, the goal was to 10x the organization. I'm really proud to say that in 6 months, we've been able to 4 times the ARR of the organization. DinMo has been able to sign massive direct-to-consumer logos here in the UK. Companies like Huel in France, the biggest daily newspaper, L'Equipe, has all come from us cold outreaching to the decision makers in those organizations through Cognism data. So one of the things that really surprised me about Cognism is just the level of customer support that they have given. In our specific case, we have salespeople in the UK and France. Unfortunately, I don't speak French, and so one of the things that was fantastic was them stepping in for training my French team in their local language, supporting them on getting them up and running with Cognism in a way that I just couldn't do myself. Massive thank you to the team at Cognism.